Hey fellas, Dan Brokos from Faucet Tactical, out here filming another episode of Recoil Training Tune-Ups. Today we're going to talk about red dots. I want to cover three important things about red dots. Red dot parallax, line of sight bore access, how that comes into play with our red dot, and iron sights. I see a lot of people out there just slapping a red dot on there. You have to have a good set of iron sights that you can co-witness with your red dot, because there's three things I need to get a hit no matter what weapon system. Line of sight, bore access, and trajectory all have to line up. And we need those sets of iron sights when we're shooting red dots, and we're gonna talk about that. So let's talk about red dot parallax. Of course, I shoot the best red dot on the market, the Trijicon RMR, parallax free. There are red dots that are not parallax free out there. That being said, how does our line of sight, bore access, iron sights come into play? If you look at my center diagram right here, this is my RMR. My dot sitting dead center of my set of iron sights. I know I am true to center when I squeeze the trigger on that. Right here, in some of these awkward positions you're going to be shooting, weapon canted to the right underneath the vehicle. In this diagram right here, my red dot is in the right portion of my sight picture window. My iron sights are way over here. This dot is dead center of that target, but at distance, that doesn't mean you're gonna get a hit. You know why? My line of sight and bore access is not lined up in that picture. If you drop below this, this is correct for line of sight and bore access using your iron sights. All I have to do is slightly adjust my head in an awkward position, put my red dot on top of my set of sights, and I'm gonna get hits all day long. Imagine if I didn't have a set of iron sights. I would have no reference for center and no means to measure and adjust and shoot for parallax. Example, my weapon canted to the left. Once again, this is very common. If I cant my weapon to the left underneath a vehicle or a piece of cover, my red dot is going to be in the far left of this window. Here's my set of iron sights. That red dot is center of that target. Doesn't mean I'm going to hit at distance. How do I fix that? Slight head adjustment. I'm still canted, red dot on top of my front sight. What are we lining up again? Line of sight, bore access. How do we line up line of sight and bore access? We have to have a set of iron sights. All right, remember fellas, red dots, virtually parallax free. There's some out there that have a lot of parallax, especially on the outer edge of that sight window. So if you're in this configuration, we need to make sure our line of sight and bore access is lined up. And how do we do that? We need a good set of iron sights to line up line of sight and bore access. Remember, parallax, line of sight, bore access, iron sights all come into play when shooting red dots with your pistol.